Welcome back to the Silver Lining, where it's no filler, no fluff, but we keeps it a buck. And today we're going to be talking about the Kendrick Lamar album GNX. This album came out November the 22nd, 2024. This is the album after the after the war. So this is Kendrick's first album after the Great Hip Hop War. So Stan, got my boy Stan in the building. What's going on, brother?
What's going on, man? How you doing?
Doing good, man. So, what do you think of the album?
It's good. It's definitely a step up from Mr. Morale and whatever the fuck that was called. I did not like that last album. Didn't like it. But this one's a lot better. And again, Kendrick is one of the few artists out here today in this industry of air fried music that tries to make things that stick to you and tries to make things that mean something and telling stories and all the shit that it's kind of got lost in today's era. And look, I'm admittedly a huge fan of Kendrick Lamar. Been a fan since Good Kid, Mad City changed my fucking life, and I consider it to be the best album of the last 25 years. Um, but that artist that made that album hasn't existed over the last three or four releases. He's gradually, but again, we criticize guys for a lot of times not making the shit that we like, but we also criticize dudes for not progressing. That's what he's doing. He's kind of like, I'm getting away from that. I'm doing different things. I applaud that kind of stuff. Doesn't mean I have to like it, but I applaud it. And but I think that we all have to get to come to grips with the Kendrick that made Good Kid, Mad City, and To Pimp a Butterfly is no longer the same guy you see now. Just not. But this album, I was pleasantly surprised with a number of the tracks on it. First of all, the first thing that makes me happy with any hip hop, rap, R&B, whatever musical release is short. It's 44 minutes. 10, 12 songs, 44 minutes. That's the perfect length for an album to me. Anything more than that is fucking it's overkill. These niggas putting out 18, 19 tracks, albums, and out. I ain't got time for that. I don't have an hour and a half to listen to I don't have an hour and a half to listen to albums. So first of all, off the bat, 44 minutes, sweet spot. Sweet spot for an album. And at least starting the album off with whacked out mirrors. And he throws a little jab at Snoop Dogg, throws a little jab at Lil Wayne, or if that's what people are. That's the one thing people obviously getting out of it is that I don't particularly think that he threw a jab at Lil Wayne, but clearly the Wayne Mafia believes he did. So I'm like, I really don't want that to pop off. Are we gonna have another? Are we gonna have another Cold War pop off between Wayne and Kendrick
Hold on.
Lamar?
Before you get there, um, you said a lot there, man. It's a lot to break down. You said Good Kid, Mad City is the best rap album in the last 25 years, and like when you said that, I'm like 25 years. We're going all the way back to 2000, basically. You're saying it's the best album in the last 25 years. And I'm sitting there thinking about it, and I'm like, you might be right. You know what I'm saying? Like when you said it, I'm like, no. Then I started thinking, like, okay, well, what's better than it? Like, the first thing that comes to mind is like the Blueprint, Jay-Z's Blueprint. That's the first one that came to mind. Like, I mean, the Blueprint was the Blueprint. I mean, that was. But is it better than Good Kid, Mad City? Man, I'd have to really sit down and think about it. Um, I thought about Common B. You know what I'm saying? Is it better? I'd have to really. I really have to sit down and think about it.
Well, again, I don't want to come
Nas
across
Nas
as a
lost
hot take.
tapes. Yeah,
Yeah.
Nas lost tapes. Stillmatic. You know what I'm saying? Like that came to mind, but I'm like, I don't. Like the whether it is or isn't the last. The fact is, I just named hip hop masterpieces, and I have to think about it. You know what I'm saying? Like I have to think about it. That's a whole Lupe Fiasco too. Like that's another one. You know
Again,
what I'm saying?
yeah. Again, there's been a number of great releases this century. But when I think about, and I probably should take it back a little bit, since 2010, 2011, since we got into the 2010s. in the 2020s. Can you think of anything released that was better than Good Kid, Mad City?
I
Just
can't.
off
I'd
the
have to.
bat,
I don't
you have
think
to
so. If
think
you say
about it. You
if
have
you're
to do.
saying 2010, I don't think so. I think that's it's. I don't think there's anything that was better. I have to think about it, but I doubt it. I think when you take it back a little further, I got a couple that I can say I don't know, maybe, but yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
but yeah, he's again to the basis is Kendrick saved hip hop for me with that album.
Yeah.
I was as disillusioned as
Yeah.
any
Without question.
90s hip hop head in the 2010s with where the shit was going. And yeah, I think he saved it for me with that record. And I have held him in high regard since then. And again, the Pimp a Butterfly, almost as good.
Hmm.
Slightly, a little slightly notch below, but
Yeah.
that's like apples
Yeah.
and pomegranates and shit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But again, Damn, again, I'm sure the K-bots out there love Damn. I thought it was above average.
Yeah.
It wasn't terrible. Again, when I
Yeah.
say shit like that, I'm not saying the album was trash.
Mm-mm.
Again, we're trash and what Kendrick does is two different. We're not
Mm.
even
No, that's not. Yeah.
different. Yeah, Damn was good, but again, when you compare, it's like it was ill. It was written compared to Illmatic.
You about to.
And again, I already know that's a whole entirely different can of worms that I want to
Oh
open
yeah.
right now.
No, I don't
We'll
know
be here for
that
2 hours,
one.
but that's what it was to me. And then Mr. Morale, what the fuck that Mr. Morale album was.
Mm-mm.
Again, Kendrick has got a great catalog, and everybody forgets about the Black Panther soundtrack, which was
Yeah,
stellar.
I like that. Yeah, for sure.
A stellar, one of the best soundtracks ever.
Yeah,
That's another hot take for you. This one, we used to give a shit about soundtracks back in the '90s, and
yeah,
kind of went away, and then the Black Panther soundtrack was brought it back.
yeah.
But he's had a tremendous catalog and one of the best catalogs, and you have to now start talking about him amongst the greats of all time.
Oh, for sure, no doubt. I
He,
don't think there's
that's
any doubt.
that
Yeah,
yeah, you have to start talking about him as one of the greats of all time.
yeah.
And again, I'm not going to reevaluate and reexamine and open up the Drake stuff. I don't have time for it. I mean, we've
Well,
the Drake shit has been talked about on every fucking podcast and every fucking corner of hip hop.
yeah,
It's been talked about. We know what it is, and if people think that this guy won or that guy won, and you're Team Kendrick or you're Team Drake, I don't give a shit about any of that. We're not fucking teenagers. At the end of the day,
yeah.
one guy put out records. This guy put out records. I thought the one guy put out the better record. I thought one guy won. It's that simple. But this has nothing to do with this release. As far as how I feel about it,
Yeah,
I thought it was a good album.
yeah,
Now, you
and
want to go through your favorite songs, we can do that. But I
yeah,
thought it
yeah.
was a good album.
So I
I can.
agree. I thought the album was cool. I thought it was cool. I thought it was good. I thought it was solid. I agree with you when you talked about the number of tracks. I'm 1,000% with you that like that's the sweet spot. Like I understand why in today's world people put out these 23 song albums because it helps the numbers, right? Like
Yeah.
if everyone has to stream your entire album, then if you put out 25 tracks, you can get more streams. So I get the strategy of why you put these long albums out. I just don't particularly like to listen to them when they're that long. Um, but if you put out a long album and it's good, I do give extra credit points if you can keep my attention that long. But I
Right.
agree. The sweet spot of this album, the sweet spot tracks, I do agree, about 12, 14 songs. So yeah, I think this album was cool. What I will say is that the songs that we're gonna get to it, the songs that I love, I really love. Like I think there is some elite level stuff on this album. The songs that I don't like, I really don't like. Like I despise the ones that I don't like, which we'll get to. So it makes it a hard album to rate, honestly. But but I think the album is good. I think it's cool. I think it's good. The thing you were talking about as far as whacked out murals, was that a diss at Lil Wayne? You know what, man? I don't know, but we've done these rap tier lists, and if y'all haven't seen those, definitely check those out. We've done these tier lists. We rank a bunch of diss records. Um,
Right.
when you look back at a lot of those diss records, it's not really about what was the intent. It's about how it was received. That's just the
Hmm.
way. That's just the way hip hop goes. It ain't about your intent. It's about how I received it, right?
Right.
So I could see how Lil Wayne would take it as a diss. I hope that we don't get any diss record from Lil Wayne. I'm not interested in that. We already saw the battle. We saw the greatest battle to me ever. I don't want to see any this. I don't want to see anything else. That's let's leave that in the past. Um, I love Whacked Out Mirrors, man, because he just barred that thing out. That was an awesome way to open the album up. I love the little Snoop Dogg jab because Snoop did
Me
post
too.
he did post a tailor made thing. He was posting the song. He had his face listening to the song. Like he did do that, you know. So I thought that was a dope little jab, and I like Snoop Dogg to say, yeah, it was the edibles. Like yeah, it was. Just bend the knee. Go ahead and kiss
Yeah,
the
just
ring,
bend the
King
knee.
Kendrick.
Go and kiss the ring, because you don't want none of that. You know?
Yeah.
Snoop Dogg knows where his bread's buttered. So I mean,
Mm-hmm.
he's too busy out here making T-Mobile commercials. He ain't trying to
Mm-hmm.
get no tussle with Kendrick Lamar right now.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, he killed that, man. He said he used to bump the Carter 3, had my rolly chain proud. I need my hard work and let Lil Wayne down, whatever though. That shit was dope, man. I like the way he's flowing on that. That was really dope. It turned me to a Eskimo. Snoop posted tailor made. Afraid it was the edibles. Like, yeah, that shit was dope. I like that a lot. Love that track.
Like I said, he plays with his flow on a lot of
Yeah.
these songs, and plays with his voice again, doing different things again, doing shit different. Not doing
Mm-hmm.
the same bullshit. These niggas nowadays fall into that trap and they do the
Mm-hmm.
same shit, and he doesn't do that. He
Yeah.
flips it. He'll flip his flow, flip his voice, flip his style. That's what makes him, I think, one of the greats.
Yeah. Yeah. And that's the thing I don't know why people hate that so much because Kendrick, that's what makes him unique. Like he actually can use his voice as an instrument because he has these different pitches where he can take his voice. Like he has like that high Kendrick flow, and when he wants to like get really excited and whatnot, and he can like bring it down when he gets to like more of a somber tone like that. That's actually really dope to me that he can do that. You know what I'm saying? Like
Absolutely. Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
And like I know we're not talking about Mr. Morale, but like one of the songs I loved on Mr. Morale was what was the name of the song? The second song on there. I can't think of the name of the song. But on that song, he goes through like all the Kendrick voices, like every single one of them. He has the high one, the low one, the excited one. He has like all of them. That song was really dope. That was a really dope. Was it called N95, something like that?
Yeah, in '95.
Yeah, that shit. Yeah, that was a dope record. Um,
Yeah.
but yeah, staying on this one. Luther was another one I love. I love Luther. Luther was dope, bro. Like that shit
Yeah, I
was
love the Stam.
smooth. That was a smooth record right there.
Yeah, it's a great record. It's a great,
Mm-hmm.
nice, smooth, and the sample is dope, and scissors on it. It's
Mm-hmm.
good.
Yeah, that song is dope. Like I know you don't want to go too much into the Drake stuff, but there's plenty of lines on here that lets us know that there's not going to be any peace, any peace things there. It's just like me and Kurt was talking about that on one of the videos, and we were saying like, the battle was great, but we'd love to see them squash it and have like a Black Republicans moment, like Jay-Z and Nas shit. Like, and I still do hope for that, but that's clearly not happening anytime soon. From a couple of the lines
No.
that were said on this shit.
Yeah, he made it very clear that he was not interested in any peace treaties. He had nonsense. And again, I don't look. I don't know. I don't really know what happened behind the scenes with Drake and Kendrick. I
Yeah,
don't know.
yeah,
I don't know what call. I mean, we know what caused this shit to pop off.
yeah,
Niggas taking subliminal shots at each other. And they've been doing it for years, and it finally blew over. But yeah, I'm
yeah,
not. If they want to do that years down the road, fine. But
yeah.
not.
What do you think of Man of the Garden, man? What you think of that one?
That's another good record. I loved it.
Yeah,
Obviously, you can tell who he's channeling on that
yeah.
song and what he's channeling. One mic from Nas.
Mm-hmm.
He just again, it's a phenomenal record. Love the sample, love the beat, love what he's doing on it and what he's rapping about. Again, throwing shots and throwing little tidbits in there. It's a dope record, and he's just. It's one of my favorite records on the album.
Yeah,
So
yeah, yeah.
it's yeah.
Yeah, like so you can definitely hear the one mic influence on that song. I love how he starts it low, and as the song goes, he builds it just like how on
It
one
builds it
mic
up just
was.
like just
Yeah,
like Nas is
yeah,
on one mic.
yeah. Now one mic was structured slightly different, where like on the one mic the verses had. So the first verse he started low, then it picks up, then it comes back down, then it goes low, picks back up. And then on the last verse on one mic he started out high and came back down. It's actually a
And it
very
came back down.
Yeah, it's actually very underrated how well structured One Mic is, like as a song. Like it's just very well structured. So but I love how he did it, man. This was a really dope song. I love, like I said, I loved his vibe on that song. I deserve it. Oh, like that shit was
Hmm.
hard, man. Loved it.
Hmm.
Um, yeah, man, that was a good one. What'd you think of Reincarnated? Reincarnated.
Again, you know who he's channeling on that
Yeah,
record, and again, he's. I don't know if there's a thing, a theme to him channeling Nas on one record and Tupac on another.
I think so.
It might be. Again, with Kendrick, you never know with Kendrick, but yeah, he's definitely channeling Pac on Reincarnated, and
Mhm.
yeah, just a fucking strong record,
Yeah.
strong as hell.
Hmm.
Again, he's just channeling Pac and going aggressive, and the beat sounds like something Pac would rap over, and
It was. That was
I
a
think
song. Yeah, it was a
yeah,
song.
that
Yeah.
was that he would have rapped over,
Yeah. Yeah, it,
and
it was I forget the name of the song. It was on the Gridlock soundtrack, I think it was. I forget. But it was a song with Pac and the Outlaws. Yeah. Yeah.
again, you going deep into the
Yeah, it's deep
Tupac
in Tupac catalog there. Yeah,
catalog there. It's on the
yeah.
Gridlock soundtrack.
Yeah, yeah. But yeah, that the Reincarnated was dope, man. And like I think that Kendrick did, like, I think there's a small, I think the song he just wanted the song to be the song, but I think there was a little small part of him that was like, all right, since this nigga want to do AI and do Tupac, I'm gonna show you that I can actually bring Tupac in without using no computers and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
I think that was a small part of it. He wanted to show like this is how you channel, not some computer stuff. Um the last verse on that song. So I is the last verse. It sounds like it's like he's having a conversation with like devil and God at the same time. It sounded like
Yeah,
because
that's what it sounds like he's doing. He's doing
yeah,
a devil and God,
yeah, because I love that because it kind of made me think about DMX on Damien with the oh yes you do. Remember on Damien
Yeah.
was like I ain't
Yeah.
asked you for shit. Oh yes you did. Remember that shit on
Yeah.
Damien? And then he kind of had the same thing like. He said something, but I love war. No, you. Oh, yes, you do. Like that shit was dope. It kind of made me think about Damien.
And that might have been that might have been what he
Yeah.
was channeling too on that,
Mhm.
That's another one of those underrated songs, DMX's Damien series. Super underrated. But yeah, that's what I think he was channeling a lot of different things there. And again, when you hear songs like that, that's why you start saying the things about Kendrick that we've been saying. That's why I can start talking about top 10 all time and top this all time and all that stuff because he does shit like that.
Mhm.
Now there's
Yeah.
other songs on this album that you listen to and you're like, what the fuck was he thinking?
We'll get there. We'll get there. We'll get there. Any other tracks you want to get off? A
um,
couple other ones for me.
like I said, the Heart Six
Yeah.
sampling the SWV track.
Yeah.
I fucking
Yeah.
love that record.
Yeah.
And again, the Heart series, another one of Kendrick's long running series. I love when dudes do these long running song series on albums. Again, DMX's Damien, Damien, Jay Z was doing it for a minute too, but Redman, of course, is famous for that with the
Hmm.
super duper lover shit.
Yep. Yep.
But yeah, I love when dudes do these connected tracks on multiple albums. Wayne's done it too. I love it. And
Hmm.
and the Hard Six is just fucking smooth, old
Hmm.
school R&B
Yeah.
sounding. And again, those type of shits will always get a thumbs up for me because I love that era. And again, he's just one of the best rappers in the industry, being able to put together words that make and flows and words and rap over beats appropriately.
Yeah.
If a beat is smoother, then he's gonna rap that way. If it's
Yeah.
louder, he's gonna rap a certain way.
Yeah.
Again, he plays with his flow on this album with the different beats that he has. Again, not every track sounds the fucking same.
Yeah. Yeah. I like how
Like a lot of these rappers out here,
yeah
rap
he
over the
talked.
same fucking beat.
Yeah, I like how he talked a lot about like his startup and whatnot on that song. Like it was really dope. It's a good storytelling song. Like I loved it a lot. So that's
Oh
definitely
yeah,
one of my favorites on here for sure. Dodger Blue. I haven't heard many people like talk about that song. But that song is smooth too. That's another dope one.
yeah,
It's
that's a
kind
good
of
one. That's a
yeah,
really good one. It's a really good smooth sounding style. It's not long. It's probably why nobody talks about it because it's super short. It's only like two
yeah,
minutes long.
Yeah.
But it's that was really good too. But like I said, yeah, if I had to, like I said, if I had to pare it down, Whack Out Murals, Luther, Man in the Garden,
Mhm.
Reincarnated, Dodger Blue, and the
Yeah.
Heart Six are the best runs on an album.
Yeah.
The best. I'm not ranking them. I'm just saying that's
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
songs.
Yeah.
Those are the songs that I'll listen to every time I play this album. I will have to listen to every time.
Yeah. Yeah.
Now,
I,
I know we're going
I,
to disagree on a couple other songs on here, but
yeah. I thought Gloria was dope too. I like
yeah,
the
that's a good
metaphor.
one too.
Yeah, I
That's
like
a
the
good one too.
metaphors. He's talking about his pen, right? He's talking about like his
Yeah.
what he do with yeah. Like I thought that was a really dope concept. And again,
Hell yeah.
it makes me think about Nas, bro, because like you remember that like Nas went on this streak where like every album we were expecting something we'd never heard before. Like you think about it was written, he's talking as the gun on I gave you power. And then
Yeah.
I am he got the obviously the undying love that crazy storytelling track, but he also got the one.
Yeah.
It's not a very good song, but the one where he's talking about money and money is my bitch. But
Yeah.
it's yeah, it's not a very good
I
song, but
like
it's
it.
a
Yeah, the
concept.
concept is great. The concept is great. The song is just awful.
Yeah, the song wasn't good. Then on Nostradamus, he got the track when he is speaking from the perspective of prison. Remember that joint?
Yeah.
Yeah. Then
Yeah.
on Stillmatic, he got Rewind. And then Godson, he had the Book of Rhymes. Like he kept every album he was coming up with like a new concept that we never seen before. And I kind of feel like
Yeah.
Kendrick is like, yo, like that's kind of the lane I want to be in. Because I never seen somebody do a concept like that where he's just talking about his pen. Like that
Yeah.
shit is dope.
Again, he knows that that's a forgotten art nowadays, and like I said, this air fryer generation of music.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I mean, if you're aspiring rapper out there and you're trying to get noticed, you know how to get noticed nowadays is do something that everybody else isn't fucking doing.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
Yeah.
and that's what Kendrick has kind of taken that. Like I
Yeah.
said, it's a good, it's a strong album, and at a time when he is at his highest visibility because of the Drake stuff. Great time to put an album out. Great time
Yeah.
to announce a tour. I'm pissed that he's not coming to Baltimore though.
Yeah.
But yeah, he's
Yeah.
playing that dump in Lando for some reason. But
Yeah.
I get it.
So so one more thing I want to say is that like I am now interested in a Kendrick SZA collab album. I'm very interested in that because like it just
I
seems like
definitely would be.
when they get on songs, man, it's some money, bro. Like the all every song that she on was dope. And I
Yeah,
mean they've already done songs before. Like they did
yeah,
All the Stars on the Black Panther soundtrack,
yeah,
which
yeah.
by the way, the Grammys messed that up bad. That should have been song of the year, like without question. Like that song was
Well,
everything, man.
shocking,
Like
shocking. The Grammys fucked it up.
yeah,
It's
they messed
shocking.
that one up. That should have got song. I think that Childish Gambino, This Is America song one. And I mean that shit, bro. Like I ain't gonna that, but
Overhyped
yeah, way
song.
overhyped,
One of
bro.
the
Like
most
come on,
overhyped songs ever. He ain't doing
come
shit
on,
on it.
bro.
He
I
just
like the video,
he.
but come on, fam.
Yeah, I love the video, but he ain't doing nothing on that. But yeah,
Yeah,
but
yeah,
yeah, he can. Yeah, those two have great chemistry on
yeah,
every song they're on. And but again, the collab album thing has always been a good idea on paper, and then a lot of
yeah.
times
It doesn't.
remember how
Yeah,
everybody clamored for Jay-Z and Beyonce to do an album together, and then they did, and then it was what it
they
was.
did it too late though, yo. Had they done it a little earlier, it would have been better.
That's fine, but everybody
Yeah,
was clamoring why did they do the album, and then they did an album together, and it just kind of came and went, and it was
yeah,
like,
it did. It
does
did.
anybody play it now? I would
No,
say no.
no, no.
Yeah.
You ready to talk about stuff you didn't like, or is there more you want to talk about that you
Oh
like?
yeah, yeah. Well, I'll talk about the shit that I like because the songs that I like that I know you don't. So
Okay, okay, go ahead.
we'll
Go ahead.
get to that.
Yeah, yeah.
I can't in front. I liked Hey Now
It was,
for
it
what
was,
it
it was all
was.
right. It was
For
okay.
what it was, I liked it. I liked
It
it.
was
I
all
like what he
right.
was doing. He was just having. Now Squabble Up. I know why you don't like that, but I like the track. I like the sample he has on it. I like the beat. The lyrics are what they are. His flow is what it is on it. But again, his flow matches the tempo of the song. But I know you don't like that song. So.
That shit was trash, bro. I'm sorry, bro. That shit is trash. Squabble up, squabble up, squabble up. Like, come on, bro. You like that beat? Ain't no way you like that beat, bro. Like, ain't no way. Come on, man. You don't like
I
that.
like it. Man. I like it a little bit, man.
Oh,
I like
stop
it a
it,
little bit.
man.
It's not great. It's not, again. I'm not. It's not. I get why you don't like it because it reminds you of that song that you're tired of hearing about. I'm not gonna say it because you're irritated.
Man, yeah, that's another thing I don't like about that song. Like, all right, bro, you got the whole world liking that trash ass "Not Like Us" song. I get it, bro, but you still sitting there, hold up, wait up, like get the hell out of here, bro. That song is terrible, man. Terrible. That shit's so whack. You know how whack it is to me? I didn't even watch the video. I know he got a video for it, and Kendrick does great videos, man, but I don't want to hear that shit, man. I don't want to hear it. That song is terrible.
it is what it is. Again, it's one of those "is what it is" tracks. Again, I know why you don't like it because it
Yeah.
reminds you of "Not Like Us," and yeah. But I fucks with it for what it is.
Mm-hmm.
You know. Now, TV Off is not a good song at all.
No.
It's not good.
No.
TV Off is not good. Peekaboo is not good to
Hold on.
me.
Let's stay on TV off for a second, yo.
Yeah.
Bro, like, okay. I know the whole world is having a good time saying mustard, and that's fine, bro. Mustard, that's just great. And anything this dude does, man, people just blow it out of proportion, it seems like. But like the first half of that song, bro, is nails on a chalkboard bad. Like the first half of that song is absolutely atrocious, man. Like I hate the beat. I hate his bars. I hate the way he's rapping his bars. That song, the first half of that song is absolutely dreadful. When the beat changes, though, it's better when the beat changes. That beat changes, like okay, and he rapping on it too. I like you people. He did the Biggie. He used the Biggie line. You know, other kings in this rap thing, they children,
Yeah.
nothing
Again,
but my children.
more little jabs
Yeah,
and taking shit.
like I like that. I like that. I like that joint. So when the beat changes, it definitely gets better, man. But man, that first half is so god awful. Like I can't even get there. I can't get there,
Yes,
man.
it's hard. It's hard to get there because the first part of that song is just ass. You just feel like, gee,
mm-hmm.
this is a swing and a miss. That part, swing and a miss.
It's a major miss, man. That song is terrible. And like
Yeah.
you mentioned, was it Hey Now? Hey Now isn't. It's not bad, bro. But it's like, all right, bro. It's boring. It's boring.
Yeah.
And it's like the second guy that's just rapping on that song. Like, can you open your mouth and talk? Like he sitting there mumbling, like, bro, rap. What's wrong with you?
None of the he now
Come on.
another thing about this album that I do like is that he uses a lot of unknown new artists on here, but none of them stand out to me, so it
Yeah, I'm
doesn't
about to
really
say I
matter.
like if they were good, then I'd like it. I love it then.
They were good. Nah, they weren't great. None of the
No.
new to me, none of the new artists the people he features on the album stand out to me. They all sound like the same mumble rap nonsense that I despise now. But
Mhm.
again, it's that's just the Kendrick is trying to give people chances, and again, you have to applaud that shit,
Write
because
their
a lot of
raps
these,
then. If you're gonna do that,
yeah,
write
write
their
your
raps.
raps. No,
I'm saying
we don't want to talk about that.
no, I'm saying if you're gonna put these guys on, write their raps for them so it sounds good. That's what I'm saying.
Oh boy, now we're talking that Ghost Rider shit. No, it's
I'm
like
saying, bro. If you're gonna put unknown guys on, that's fine, but write their raps for them so they sound good. That's what I'm saying. That's what Biggie didn't just have Junior Mafia get on his stuff. Like I'm gonna write your raps. I'm not just gonna let you get on here and tear my songs up. No, I'm gonna write it for you.
yeah, that nigga wrote
What
that.
we
That
doing?
nigga wrote that. That's an additional. That nigga wrote two additional albums between Last Time.
Yeah.
But
I'm not.
yeah, I know what you're saying.
That's what I'm
It's
saying.
just
Like,
I
yeah,
get
I'm
it.
gonna put my people on, but I'm gonna write their raps. Like, come on.
I don't know if these guys are Kendrick's people. I just think Kendrick just put
Well,
people on
whatever
who.
they are, Meryl, you gotta write the raps. You go let them dudes come on to your song. That's what I'm saying. If they gonna come rapping like that, you got to give them some assistance. Um, Peekaboo, you got to be kidding me, yo.
I think he just got high in the studio one day and said, "Hey, yo, I got a song idea for this song called Peekaboo. And I'm gonna just do it. I'm not gonna write none of these lyrics, man. I'm just gonna freestyle this whole song, and I'm gonna
Yeah,
put it on the album." Again. I can tell you that this almost every rapper has a song like that on their album that you listen to. You think, okay, you must have gotten high or you must have gotten drunk in the studio, and then they dared you to go do a song and you didn't. You put it on the album just to be funny. I think that's what Peekaboo is for Kendrick. He got high, he got drunk, he did a song, he put on the album to be funny.
it's terrible.
The less said about this song, the better.
We talk about nothing. We talk about you ain't talk about nothing. Like, yeah, he's not. Like, god dang, come on, come on.
Exactly. Again,
Kendrick, you,
he's telling you it in the hook. He ain't talking about shit on this record.
man,
He's just having fun.
it
Again, Kendrick has been on this. Kendrick has been on his almost his victory lap.
Mhm. Yeah,
He's been on this victory lap thing
yeah.
for a minute, and again, he just the culmination for all this is gonna be the Super Bowl next year. But
Oh yeah, looking forward to it.
yeah, yeah, I'm looking forward to it because it's gonna be fun. It's gonna
The title track GNX, yo, that may be the worst instrumental I have ever heard Kendrick rap over.
the
Like,
beat is absolute cheeks, man. That's all I
what?
can say.
How did they allow him to record that? Like, how? Like, yo, nobody said, yo, Kendrick, this beat is trash, bro. Maybe we can do something else, change the beat. This ain't it. Like, this ain't it at all. Like,
I'm sure. Again, I don't know. I just think that he just got maybe he just feel like he bulletproof. He can do whatever he wants. Again, when guys get that invincibility feeling of like I can do anything that I want to do, that's how you get bad music like that. And you've seen it over the years with a lot of rappers when they get super hot, they think they got this bulletproof invincibility thing where they can do whatever they want to do. And no, you can't do everything you want to do. You just can't say I'm gonna put this wacky like Eminem is famous for that.
yeah, he
I'm just
is.
gonna put this shit. I'm gonna put this shit on here, and y'all gonna listen to it because I'm Eminem. Doesn't matter if
Yeah,
it's whack or not.
yeah,
And like I said, Peekaboo and that shit is garbage. The worst songs that Kendrick did on the album by far.
yeah. I mean,
And yeah, that beat to GNX is one of the worst that he's ever rapped over.
I just can't believe it, bro. Like, I cannot believe that they let him out the studio like that. Like, yo, like I couldn't believe it. That's like you letting me walk out the house. I got a white shirt on, it's a big ass ketchup stain on the back of it. I'm just gonna walk out the house. Like, all right, man, see you later. And you don't say nothing. Like, say something. Somebody like Kendrick. No, bro. We can't let that guy out the studio, man.
We can't put that on there.
You can't put that on there.
But and then he probably said why not?
Because it's trash. That's why. That's why.
I think
Oh,
every rapper should have like somebody like that in a group that just be like, yo, that shit was trash, bro. I don't
yeah.
care.
Yeah.
And then
I think everybody needs one guy in the circle that's like objective and it's like has no problem telling it like it is. Drake needs it bad. He needs it one of them people bad in his camp, bro. And I
yeah.
think Kendrick could use one too because some of these records, man, like what are you doing? Like what are you doing?
Yeah, I mean, yeah. He just again that invincibility of I can do whatever I want to do because I'm hot
Yeah,
right now.
yeah,
Okay, you are hot right now, but you still, you know,
yeah.
you've
So
definitely been the MVP of hip hop in 2024, and absolutely, but that doesn't work. That didn't
yeah,
those tracks didn't work for me.
yeah.
Didn't work.
So yeah, so we're at the point now where we're gonna score this album 1 to 10. Now, for those that don't know it, the silver lining, any album that gets over a 7, gets a 7 or above, gets the stamp of approval. That means we are approving this album for sure. Because we want to, a 7 out of 10 is a damn good album. You know what I'm saying? So if someone gets a 7 or above,
Absolutely,
we're stamping it. Okay. So Stan, scale of 1 to 10, where are you putting this album?
7.5 out of 10.
Okay.
I go 7.5 out of 10. Again, those songs that we just mentioned that were just absolute cheeks. That kind of brings the value of the album down. But the strong overwhelms the whack in this category. And again, everybody's gonna have a swing and a miss on the album. It happens. Again, especially these niggas that think they're invincible. They can just do whatever they have. You're gonna have swings and misses. But the ones he hits out the park are just they take the album over the top, and it's definitely again Kendrick is I would say he's an acquired taste. Everybody's not gonna fuck with it. If you are more into the air fried music and the lack of substance, then he's not gonna be for you. You know, but he is this generation's artist of his time. He's the guy. He's the guy right now. The guy that everybody's looking forward to their release. And I knew, and I just want him to keep getting better, keep putting out better music, put out strong records, keep carrying the culture forward. The culture needs to be pushed forward. There's so many people out here that are holding it back and trying to keep doing the same dumb shit that we had, but Kendrick's the one of the guys, the few guys that's trying to push his culture forward. And I would recommend this album to anyone that loves real hip hop. Absolutely, give it a listen. It's I recommend it strongly.
People are not gonna like what I have to say. Oh, look, man. Like I feel everything you just said, and I agree with everything you said except your rating. I think that Kendrick is that dude, man. Like he really is, and like because he's that, I hold him to a high expectation. That is just, what did so on Spider-Man, what Uncle Ben tell him, with great power comes great responsibility. You know what I'm saying? And
Mhm.
that's just the way it is. And to be clear, we've done this with all the greats. You know what I'm saying? Like we're keeping it real. Like Jay-Z has albums in his catalog that are technically good albums, but we hold him to a standard. Like, you know, like for example, Blueprint 3. Like Blueprint 3 is not a bad album. Like go back and listen to it. It's a lot of bangers on that album, but there's an expectation that he's held that it's like, no, this isn't enough. And I'm sorry, this isn't enough. This album's not enough to me, man. Like, um, the songs that I really love, like I said, I love them records. Like I absolutely love those songs, man. But man, some of these songs that are bad are just so bad, man. It just brings the rating down. It brings the rating down, bro. So I can't in good faith stamp this album with my approval when there's songs on here that are just so bad. Like it's one thing to have a song that's like, okay, that's just all right. These songs are bad. Like they're bad, bad. Like bad, 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 bro. So for me, I'm gonna give this album a 6.5. I'm gonna have it just below my stamp of approval. I think it's a good album. I think it's cool. I think it's a solid album. So yeah, that's where I got. I think it's definitely good. It's not a bad album at all. It's not bad. Like a 6.5 is not a bad album. I'm saying it's cool, it's good. But I can't stamp it with some of them songs on there. I just can't. I just can't. But I will say this though. With the bad that's on here, most artists, if they have bad songs like these, will, the album will be well below a 6.5. That's how strong the songs that I love are. They're that strong that they still push it up to almost at that 7 part. So that's
Absolutely, yeah. I
that's
mean,
where I got it.
I respect your rating. I really do. I mean, I'm not going to disagree with it. I'm just going to say for me, I enjoyed it a little bit more because a few of the songs that you just didn't like, I actually fuck with.
Right.
Just because they're fun. I mean, like I said,
Yeah.
a couple of songs in life they're fun. I mean, again, I know you don't like Not Like Us or anything that sounds like Not Like Us. You ain't gonna fuck with. So I get it. So I'm not going to disagree with you. I'm not going to argue your rating down. Mine's just a little bit better. I thought it was a better album than that, but I understand what you're saying. I think he does. He is one of those that gets held to a higher standard. I mean, if some of these other cats put out a 6.5 out of 10 album, that'd be like the highlight of their career.
Right.
So I'll give you that. At some point, hopefully, we can get together and do a best of the year
Oh yeah.
and see where this album kind of fits into the albums of the year because there was some strong releases this year.
It was.
You know, it was a good year for rap, and
Mm-hmm.
I thought it was a good year for rap. I thought it was a good year for the culture. You know, the Kendrick Drake stuff is what it is, and like I said,
It was
it is what it is,
it was
and
amazing, bro.
it was, and it became a pop culture thing, and it became the one of the things everyone talked about. I'm hoping that it stays in the past and we can move forward. All these cats can move forward and just make
Mm-hmm.
good shit.
I agree.
And whatever Wayne is thinking about, I'm hoping that somebody
Mm-hmm.
talks him down because
Yeah.
what he does, we don't need to have another world war with Wayne and Drake and Kendrick because that would split the community in half.
Yeah, I don't want that. Yeah, we don't want that. We don't want that. I don't want that. No.
We don't need the Avengers and the X-Men going at each other, man. We don't need it. It
Yeah.
would be it would split the community in half, like I
Yeah.
said. But we'll see what happens going forward.
Right.
But Kendrick's that nigga. I fuck with him. Need more niggas like that in this industry. So
As do I. All right. What are your favorite songs? Usually try to do like top five. Like, what are your 5 tracks off here?
the Heart Six, Whacked Out Murals, Man in the garden, reincarnated, and shit, probably Gloria.
Okay. Yep. That's probably about what I got. Whacked out murals, Lucifer, Man at the Garden, um, Hard Part 6, and Gloria. That would be my top
Yeah,
five.
yeah, that's pretty. Those are the strong
Yep.
records.
Yep.
Strong.
Yep. All right. We'll wrap it up there, man. Appreciate you coming through.
Appreciate the time, brother.
All right.